But Oprah's obviously a saintly, godlike figure who's revered by all decent people. Why would she exclude you?
I really don't know.
All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is.
This ain't the right amount. Wait a minute. If they got this, why am I getting this? Then you start putting the pieces together and you start saying, it's not right and I'm going to speak about it.
Ice Cube just dropped a bombshell as he exposed why Oprah Winfrey, one of the most powerful figures in the industry, is terrified of Katt Williams.
It's gonna be in a dimension it's never been.
Yeah, it's gonna be
the greatest thing floating in 2024. Mark the words. No way. in a whole different realm of business.
According to Cube, Katt's not just a comedian throwing wild jokes. He's been calling out some hard-hitting truths about Oprah's real climb to fame.
You know, it's like, this is what it's all about. Let's talk about it.
You know, the kind of stuff that Hollywood prefers to keep buried. But what exactly did Katt say that's got Oprah on edge? And why would someone as powerful as her even flinch? Let's find out. Hollywood's like that magician's hat, full of surprises, secrets, and drama. You've got wild parties, A-list scandals, and hush-hush movie deals. It's all part of the showbiz chaos. Managing artists? That's like trying to wrangle cats in a rodeo. Now, Ice Cube's about to drop some serious truth bombs, saying that people like Katt Williams, who've got real guts, can take on even the shadiest players in the game. There's buzz that Hollywood operates like a sketchy underground club, with some big names supposedly going to wild lengths for profit. And unfortunately, this dark side often comes at the expense of young artists, especially women. But Ice Cube, he's not holding back. He's ready to call out the whole operation.
I think you feel better about yourself when you say what needs to be said at the time it needs to be said and not afterward.
In a recent interview with Tucker Carlson, rapper Ice Cube dropped a bombshell about Hollywood. He revealed that industry elites may have cost him a major movie role worth $9 million simply because he refused to get vaccinated. Ice Cube also touched on the struggles faced by many female artists in the music scene, specifically mentioning Oprah. He allegedly claims these women have endured serious hardships under her influence, often without getting the credit they deserve. According to him, their lives have turned into a chaotic and difficult path that's rarely acknowledged.
I've been excluded on Oprah, you know. On
Oprah?
On Oprah, yeah, I've been excluded.
Katt Williams didn't hold back when it came to calling out Cedric the Entertainer, Steve Harvey, Michael Blackson, Faison Love, Kevin Hart, Ricky Smiley, Oprah Winfrey, and more. It seemed like Katt had been biding his time for the perfect moment to critique people's talents, skills, and content quality. The podcast episode, spanning almost 3 hours, was a relentless exploration of shade directed at Oprah, Steve, Kevin, and Ricky, among others. Even figures like Martin Lawrence found themselves in the crossfire. It was a masterclass in both stirring the pot and fearlessly speaking truth to power.
All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is.
It's worth noting that the targets of Katt's criticism likely harbor no affection for him either. The podcast created an atmosphere where no one was spared from the verbal onslaught. But where is this hate coming from? There was a time, not too long ago, when Oprah Winfrey enjoyed an almost untouchable status among the Black community, an unproblematic interviewer and entertainer responsible for much of our cherished content. However, her image has experienced a noticeable decline in recent times. A quick search of her name on the once revered Twitter platform reveals top tweets delving into what some assume was a questionable relationship with the late Michael Jackson. Further down the feed, numerous users express sentiments along the lines of, Oprah has always been an awful person, and suggest that she is now facing the consequences she deserves. The shift in public perception reflects a stark contrast to the once widely held admiration for Oprah within the Black community. Additionally, in his Netflix comedy stand-up, Dave Chappelle has also discussed the notion that individuals such as Kevin Hart and Oprah Winfrey might be compromising their values for fame and wealth by aligning themselves with Hollywood's elite. And this is what he said.
They were in on the whole thing. I felt so wronged. I felt so stupid.
Can you guess what he is trying to say? I think Dave is trying to say that people like Oprah have been involved in this heinous game for a very long time, and he feels stupid now, right? Well, this is just a guess. But Dave also said that the public's perception of Hollywood is at odds with reality, and that it is filled with lovable people like Oprah Winfrey. Dave supposedly remarked that once you see their genuine faces, you won't be able to stand them since they are too diabolical to bear. He said, "It's the same monster that these Me Too B was trying to tell you about, but they hate the monster for how it F, and I hate that monster for how it eats. But my God, man, it's the same monster." These days, Oprah Winfrey is all over the news for the terrible things she's doing in the media business. And Dave is said to have expressed his frustration with the ease with which sugar-coated personalities like Oprah can move around. There have been observations suggesting that Oprah Winfrey may have played a role in signaling Dave's downfall, almost as if she were aware of her actions. Reflecting on the past, it's worth noting that Oprah has faced various controversies. These range from accusations of participating in smear campaigns against her critics and undermining their professional lives to more unsettling allegations involving her purported connection to human trafficking.
Oprah legitimized the notorious criminal Joe Teixeira, aka John of God, as a miraculous faith healer, one who could cure cancer.
Speaking of smear campaigns against critics, the Monique Oprah controversy stands out prominently. For those unfamiliar, Oprah Winfrey has been accused of significantly damaging Monique's career to the point where Monique is purportedly facing homelessness. What's striking is that Oprah has not issued an apology to Monique for the harm that has been done.
So for 8 years, my family has suffered and my career has suffered because what I would not allow those entities to do was bully me.
But why hasn't Oprah apologized yet? Obviously, because of her ego and pride. In 2009, Oprah and Tyler Perry released their Lee Daniels-directed film Precious to the world. The makers of the film made the decision to send Monique on a publicity tour in order to capitalize on the enthusiasm produced by the media as a direct result of the positive critical reception the movie garnered. She said, "I had no idea I'd been blackballed because I don't think that Hollywood has turned its nose up to me," said the actor, suggesting someone had decided to teach Monique a lesson because she's not playing the game. And you know what, the thing that left me in awe was that Monique literally said that Oprah was making unreasonable demands during their movie campaigns. This is what Monique said: "We were out on the campaign and she was making unreasonable demands, and this is where reverse racism, I think, happens." After that, Lee Daniels allegedly made threats against Monique, telling her that she would face something ugly. Lee was taking Oprah's side, but after some time, Monique revealed that Lee said some strange things about Oprah. Monique said, "I think that those are feelings that Mr. Daniels is having." He said, "You know, Monique, she didn't thank the producers at the Oscars. She didn't thank the studio, and that's just not things that you do." This makes me hypothesize that Oprah is also not good to the junior artists or the staff that are usually present during the movie. It would appear that the general public has long suspected that Oprah is hiding something. The details of Oprah Winfrey's actions extend beyond the mentioned incidents, delving into more disturbing aspects. Monique, who had previously spoken out about being bullied by her older brother Gerald from the ages of 7 to 11, faced disbelief when she initially shared her traumatic experiences. The estrangement between Monique and Gerald became more pronounced when he was convicted of harassing another woman, leading to a 12-year prison sentence. In 2010, Oprah extended an invitation to Gerald to appear on her show, even making an effort to bring Monique along. Despite Monique's refusal to participate, Oprah went ahead and not only invited Gerald, but also their parents. During the show, Monique was taken aback as Oprah's actions seemed to minimize the gravity of the ordeal she had endured, causing further distress for Monique.
I did assault and inappropriately touch my sister in manners that were not comfortable for her, and for that I apologize.
Monique's devastation was compounded when Oprah seemingly disregarded her attempts to seek comfort. Upon encountering Oprah for the first time in Hollywood, Monique harbored skepticism regarding Oprah's assertion that she was unaware of Gerald bringing her family to the show. In an interview, Monique recounted the encounter, stating, "She then said, 'Do you want to come on the show? Because he wants to apologize to you?' I said, 'Oprah, I don't want no part of that.'" Not only this, Oprah has been hit with serious charges of and enabling from well-known investors like Jeffrey Epstein, the S offender, and Harvey Weinstein. It all started when he went unfavorably viral in 2021 for an unearthed 2003 interview with Dolly Parton, in which Winfrey asked her pointed questions about her plastic surgery. That moment prompted actress Rose McGowan, one of the progenitors of the #MeToo movement, to come at her neck in a now-deleted tweet. Rose McGowan has raised concerns about Oprah Winfrey's connections, citing her relationship with disgraced producer Harvey Weinstein and her withdrawal as a producer from a documentary highlighting Russell Simmons' essay Accusers. In a tweet, McGowan expressed her skepticism about Oprah's authenticity, accusing her of being part of a problematic power structure for personal gain. McGowan stated, "I am glad more are seeing the ugly truth of it, Oprah. I wish she were real, but she isn't. From being pals with Weinstein to abandoning and destroying Russell Simmons' victims, she is about supporting a sick power structure for personal gain. She is as fake as they come." #Lizard. Oprah's association with Weinstein has been a source of controversy for years. In 2018, singer Seal accused Oprah of being aware of Weinstein's misconduct and not taking any action. Seal wrote in a deleted post, "Oh, I forgot, that's right. You'd heard the rumors, but you had no idea he was actually serially assaulting young starry-eyed actresses who in turn had no idea what they were getting into. My bad." When you have been part of the problem for decades, but suddenly they all think you are the solution. During the height of the #MeToo movement, Oprah positioned herself as a major champion and advocate, speaking out against numerous particular activities in the industry. However, some critics have pointed out her association with Harvey Weinstein, the Hollywood producer who faced numerous SM allegations. Despite her support for the #MeToo movement, Oprah's connections with Weinstein have raised questions and criticism from some quarters.
And if we make this just about Harvey Weinstein, then we will have lost this moment.
According to multiple reports, it has been revealed that many prominent figures in Hollywood were aware of Harvey Weinstein's actions and the way he mistreated women. Despite this knowledge, his behavior was tolerated and even enabled by some in the industry. Oprah Winfrey is allegedly one of the major personalities who had connections with Weinstein and was part of the Hollywood circle where information about his misconduct was known.
When something this major happens, when you have the fallout, 50 women coming forward, that it's a watershed moment.
Oprah Winfrey's philanthropy and generosity are well documented, but even these aspects of her public image faced criticism. In September, Oprah and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, with their combined net worth exceeding $3 billion, reportedly asked the public to contribute to the Maui wildfires while allegedly contributing only $10 million themselves. The accompanying video's comment section received so much criticism that it had to be turned off. While opinions on TikTok should be taken with caution, the significant number of views on videos expressing disapproval, along with the critical comments, suggest a growing sentiment of weariness toward Oprah that has been building for years. Unlike many of her talk show contemporaries from the 1980s and 1990s, Oprah has not only maintained, but also increased her influence and wealth over the years. Being a billionaire puts her in a rarefied category, possibly allowing her to wield influence behind the scenes in ways that the public may not be aware of. This has led to conspiracy theories evident in search results for Oprah Winfrey Illuminati. And now in a controversial Club Shay Shay interview, comedian Katt Williams expressed the sentiment that when you're a billionaire, you can essentially do as you please. This perspective suggests that Oprah's influence may transcend her identity as a Black woman, and people are beginning to acknowledge and question this aspect of her power, although the mystery continues when Oprah was linked to a Brazilian self-proclaimed medium and convicted felon named John of God. After years of operating a spiritual healing center in Brazil, John was arrested and given a 63-year prison sentence for multiple women. However, Oprah Winfrey claimed to have had a deep experience during her talk with John when he appeared on her show and traveled to Brazil to meet him before his arrest.
This is an interview I wasn't sure would ever happen. One of the most famous spiritual healers in the world rarely talks to anyone on camera.
Moreover, Oprah has also links with Tyler Perry and Steve Harvey, who have, according to him, played a significant role in his downfall. Katt Williams' revelations about his former idol, Oprah Winfrey, may come as a surprise to some. However, the shock deepens as he goes on to claim that Steve Harvey, another beloved figure, has allegedly made a deal involving his soul with Hollywood. Williams' assertions raise questions about the entertainment industry and the potential hidden agreements or compromises made by prominent figures within it.
Think Steve Harvey some stand-up man. No, he kissed The old girl who owned TV One, he used to kiss her. That's how he had the rating.
Certainly, Katt Williams is widely acknowledged as one of the most hilarious comedians of his generation, celebrated for his raw humor and captivating performances in popular stand-up specials. Despite his talent and recognition among the comedy elite in Hollywood, Williams hasn't achieved the same widespread exposure as some of his counterparts. A supporter pointed out, unlike Kevin Hart, he hasn't taken on leading roles in big-budget movies, and he doesn't host a show like Steve Harvey. Expressing a sense of hopelessness, Williams once declared, "I'm officially announcing my retirement from stand-up. I'm kind of done. I've already discussed it with my kids. I wasn't planning to make this announcement on a Seattle street. I was going to Los Angeles to do it in the offices of ICM or Live Nation." Rumors have circulated suggesting that Williams may have been blacklisted from the industry, prompting inquiries into why he hasn't achieved the same level of success as figures like Steve Harvey. It's worth noting that Williams and Harvey have had a strained relationship for over a decade, and there seems to be a significant reason behind their ongoing discord.
Well, you know, to be honest with you, Frankie, I didn't know nothing about this concept. When the promoter told me about it in October, I shot it down, because that ain't how I've ever promoted a show.
To uncover the roots of their long-standing feud, we need to rewind to December 2008, when Katt Williams openly criticized Steve Harvey before a Christmas season show. This incident served as the starting point for their conflict, which has persisted for over a decade. It's important to acknowledge that both Katt Williams and Steve Harvey have experienced disputes with other comedians, and this particular incident was no different. The origins of their feud can be pinpointed to a public challenge initiated by Katt Williams. He confidently declared that he could outshine Steve Harvey and seize the title of the King of Comedy during an upcoming New Year's Eve show where both comedians were slated to headline.
I was on the Steve Harvey show, and Steve Harvey, who is going to call in at 5:45 and get the record straight.
Jamie Foxx reportedly played a role in the ongoing conflict between Katt Williams and Steve Harvey. At the time, Foxx, who was a radio host, aired a clip of Williams dissing Harvey. This action likely fueled the feud between the two comedians. During a joint comedy gig, Williams warned Harvey, saying, "I want to apologize for what's going to happen, but the second that you get on stage, I need you to understand that that's your final time as the King of Comedy. Water seeks its own level. You can't stop it, Playboy. It is what it is, so I hope you're ready. I hope you got a team of writers. You're going to need about 6 or 7 of them." In response to the clip, Harvey called into the radio show expressing his bewilderment about the entire situation.
You know, I've always been on tour with some real monsters, man. I toured with the Kings. You know, I've been on stage with Sid, DL, and Bernie Mac at the same time.
However, on the anticipated event night, Katt Williams took center stage and didn't hold back. He unleashed a barrage of punches aimed at Steve Harvey's comedy reputation, while also playfully poking fun at his clothes and hair. Addressing the crowd, Williams likely delivered sharp and humorous remarks about Harvey throughout his performance. He quipped, "Please give it up for Steve Harvey. He's one of the best we've ever had, but he don't want no parts of this in no shape or form. I don't know why he came out here with all this money y'all spent on these expletive tickets and talked about a lady in the audience for 15 minutes, but won't talk about me the way I'm getting ready to talk about his expletive-made expletive." Katt Williams' rise to fame wasn't handed to him on a silver platter. He had to build his comedic empire from the ground up, starting in Avondale, Cincinnati. He meticulously honed his craft by performing stand-up comedy in various venues across the country, from the lively streets of Oklahoma to the vibrant stages of Oakland. Fearlessly, Williams delivered his routines, perfecting his unique style along the way through hard work and dedication. Shifting the focus to Steve Harvey, he is widely recognized as a devoted family man who prioritizes his loved ones. Despite this positive image, Katt Williams reportedly claims that Harvey is merely a charlatan, concealing his true self behind a carefully constructed facade for an extended period. According to Katt, opinions about Steve's comedic talent vary significantly depending on the source, adding complexity to their relationship dynamics and influencing the public perception of Harvey's image.
You have been the king of comedy as long as we've had one. Matter of fact, the whole phrase, king of comedy, can be attributed that you get off.
Katt Williams has established a reputation not only for his comedic talents, but also as a noteworthy whistleblower in Hollywood. He has been vocal about various issues and controversies within the entertainment industry, shedding light on matters that are often left unspoken or overlooked. He not even talked about Oprah, but Pastor T.D. Jake too. We all know Diddy concluded 2023 on a rather challenging note. The bad boy entertainment mogul found himself entangled in a series of accusations, ranging from R and ST to A. This followed a lawsuit settlement with his ex-girlfriend Cassie.
These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. That's why, you know what the #1 job of somebody...
Even preacher T.D. Jakes faced a downturn. Unverified TikTok accounts implicated the senior pastor of the Potter's House, alleging his attendance at Diddy's alleged S-parties. Furthermore, his S came under scrutiny. When questioned about potential fear of being blackballed in Hollywood, Williams offered a straightforward response saying, "What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything." Discussing Diddy and T.D. Jakes, he remarked, "All these individuals with questionable behavior are facing challenges in 2024. It's a reckoning for everyone, whether you're Diddy or anyone else. T.D. Jakes or any of them, all falsehoods will be laid bare. That's it. And those who misinterpret it, well, they know why. The truth is the light." T.D. Jakes and Diddy both are well connected. Critics have questioned the motives behind Diddy's substantial donation to T.D. Jakes' church in 2014, raising speculation about whether it was an effort to cultivate a positive relationship with the preacher or potentially secure tax benefits. Additionally, concerns have been expressed regarding Diddy's history of alleged exploitation of artists and failure to provide fair compensation. This has led to speculation about whether the donation played a role in maintaining influence or control over Katt Williams, prompting discussions about the complexities of financial dynamics and power within the entertainment industry. In a different context, Oprah Winfrey has also openly discussed her challenging moments, acknowledging Bishop T.D., and according to Katt, both Oprah and Tyler are also involved in ruining his career. Jakes was instrumental in helping her through what she describes as one of the lowest points in her life. Bishop T.D. Jakes shared a sermon titled "Save the Scraps," and Oprah, with her substantial following of 34 million on Twitter, retweeted the message, expressing how the sermon had helped her during a difficult time. In her tweet, she expressed, "This sermon helped me when I was at my lowest," and Jakes' sermon delved into the theme of patiently waiting for God to structure things appropriately before bestowing miraculous blessings, emphasizing the importance of personal preparation to receive the magnitude of what God has in store. The best miracles in your life take time to not be driven by hunger or need or necessity. Sometimes you've got to get yourself structured and in order so that you're ready to receive the magnitude of what God has for you, Jakes said in the sermon. Oprah Winfrey, a long-standing admirer of Jakes, has publicly expressed her respect for him on multiple occasions. Prior to the release of her TV church drama Greenleaf earlier this year, Winfrey consulted with Jakes to seek his blessing and assure him that the series was not inspired by him, his family, or his congregation. And if Oprah is so supportive to Jakes, people are suggesting that she and Diddy might have demeaned Katt. One person wrote, "She's a handler, and I'm happy to see more people are becoming aware of the toxic person she truly is." Another one added, "She wasn't protecting her friend. She was protecting a person who she owes favors to. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye."